3, 2, 1, go. Let me scoot in a little bit more.
Oh,
Readjusting. We switched spots today, so hopefully
I
that'll be
can
alright.
see better.
Yeah, I gotta find another microphone too. I think that would help a little bit. I've got one that I used with the dual cast from Larry, but I can't plug that in with the AC2020 because the AC2020 needs the boost, and that will apparently fry the other one. So I gotta eventually get another one, and then we'll have a better audio setup. But this is good for you guys, and it's. I'm just gonna scooch it a little bit. I just want to make sure Yuni's angle is good as well.
I'm leaning in so I can actually read. Because now I'm a little bit farther away from the screen.
Yeah, we traded spots because we have the mic arm in front of my second monitor, which is what is connected to the PlayStation that Yuni is playing on. I've got some peppermint tea, so hopefully I won't be coughing as much. I need to get lozenges.
It won't work.
It's always at the end of the day.
Yay!
This is weird, seeing these story quests like so
Over
close
again?
together. No, because I had to wait. Because I
Oh, you had to wait.
I played it on content.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting months for the next.
Haven't formally introduced.
And she's ignoring me.
Yeah, I am. Because my story is more important.
Well, that's nice. So, I can do this for you guys too. Sorry. I'm keeping the cover up there just in case, because I don't know. It feels the video feels naked without it. The cover on the text.
I'm not sure what's happening exactly. I know he just said it, but I'm not sure what that means for the future.
Mm-hmm.
The character's unfazed.
So the tea bags for this smelled like candy canes.
Yes, they do.
The flavor is pretty standard. It's good.
What is standard?
Just peppermint.
But like
It's not
tea
sweet.
peppermint?
Yeah, it's not sweet.
So
Like
it's
not
like
pre-sweetened.
herbal?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Because it smelled like candy.
I did put creamer in it though. Mocha doesn't really go too well. Like the creamer that I have to sweeten it wasn't ideal. I'm gonna try it with hot chocolate at some point though. I'm gonna
Just
see how
said-
that works.
Go to the Scions. Any one of those guys. Bring one of them. Too bad everybody's still incapacitated. Detaro sending us off. Interesting.
So Uni was looking over the comments, and a few people wanted to know our start in the game. So we're gonna go over our start in the game.
What was... I can't remember. What was your first character? What race were you?
I was a Midlander. I was a Midlander
That was
here.
your first one?
Yeah, I was like a little twink.
Oh.
Midlander. And then I switched to Highlander because I was like really getting into Monk and I wanted to be buff. And then I switched to Catboy for a little bit, and then I switched straight to Aura.
I actually want this on my other
Unless
one.
there's been a donation goal, I stick to Aura. I've tried everything at this point.
I have not.
I've had a Lalafell, I've had a Rogadin, I've had a Femro, I haven't had a female cat girl. I haven't done that yet. I feel like that's a new level of degeneracy. If you yourself are not a female.
Oh, really?
Or identify as such, yeah. Like, no offense, Choco.
What to say? I think a lot of people are.
I know, and I judge you every time, just so you know.
Oh.
I'm just kidding, you don't have to.
No, my first character was actually a Lalafell. And I had a jewel on my head.
Yeah.
Because I really liked that concept.
Yeah.
But then I, for some reason, I thought that, I don't know if it was the camera angle when we started back then or what, but it was different from Guild Wars. When you play a small person in that game, the angle of the camera is like the same as if you play someone taller or something. Because that's what I remember thinking going into it, that it wouldn't matter. But oh yes, you feel short when you're a Lalafell. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll just get used to it. And then I didn't get used to it. And so then I went ahead and became...
you did Highlander after that.
Yeah, Highlander. Female. And then when...
you had an Aura.
Yeah, when Aura came out,
like a little image
in
the corner there. I'm getting an updated one, just so you guys know. Whether the artwork is coming, but Archie is like super swamped. So that is in the works, and I've got to make another. I'll try and draw Addie and Esme as their jobs too, because I had Ari as the Black Mage. Some people said Dark Knight as well for her. I just see her as more of a caster. She really likes magic, even though
she's not one to go in the front either. As a tank, she's not a tank person. But what's it? And then the thing with Aura was they were also short, like And so I was like, oh, it's really cute though. It's really feminine, and I really liked the angle of their faces, but over time, I was just like, I don't really identify with it, so I was waiting for another race to come out, and I really enjoyed the Viera. Only thing is, I still wish they would do the 1 ear down and 1 ear up.
Yeah, the floppy ear.
Because it's super cute.
Yeah. Always waiting for that too. Your ear looks like it's twisted around. Is that supposed to look like that?
It is not twisted around.
It looks like it's twisted. What happened to your ear?
It's the angle.
Okay. This looks a little strange.
Oh, I used to raise rabbits. I don't know. That's a fun fact.
You had a blue ribbon.
A blue ribbon bunny.
Yeah, lived in an agricultural.
You
Oh my goodness. Agricultural town. An ag town. You were in the 4-H.
Yes.
So, you raised a rabbit. Oh, Oreo. Big Oreo. Bit me. I would visit her mom's apartment when she was still living there, and she'd let Oreo run around. And I was playing with Oreo, and I would let put my legs down so she could hop over. And anytime she couldn't get over him, she'd bite me and then walk away like, F you, man.
She was a sassy bunny.
She was super sassy.
She actually really didn't like anybody but me.
Yeah. She attacked your sister.
Yeah, my sister went to feed her, and I guess took too long putting her hand in the cage. He's talking.
Is it voice acted?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My bad.
Anyway, so she had her hand too long in the cage, and Oreo didn't like that. So she got up on her hind legs and then used her front 2 paws and smacked her hand.
Yep. I wasn't there for that, but I heard about it and it was funny. So,
we need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
I thought we were going to talk about Or I thought you wanted to talk about like how we started the game.
Yep, that would be next.
So we went straight into character types.
Well, yeah,
Someone. Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence.
someone had asked what our initial first characters were.
Oh.
So I wanted to bring that up since we are talking about our journey through our first experience.
I made a
Final
mosaic
Fantasy.
at some point of like all my characters that I had made before. I think it's probably in the iCloud. Though I posted it to Twitter years ago. So if I can find it, I'll post it around this point or earlier. You'll know in the future. My phone would turn on now. Jeez. So.
Each pursuing his own avenue of escape.
Oh, so does Garlemald think that they were the ones who killed the Emperor? I mean, I would assume because no one's gonna believe that Xenos would kill his dad, right?
Yeah, they didn't see it, so
they think that
they think it was Xenos and or not Xenos, Gaius.
It was Gaius and Estinian.
Yeah, I almost said Harshaphon. I was like, he's dead.
But to me, his description seemed anything but. And upon further investigation, I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
Ooh, I knew it was a weapon.
What, that Allegan monstrosity? Created to vanquish primals?
Yeah, I think that ties into some of the later fights. It's the new series.
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power.
No, I had the Warring Triad and the what do you call them? The auspices.
Oh, okay.
Like Yako and him.
But you know as well as I how that tale ended.
That I do, Gaius.
The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets. And that should have been the end of it.
Should have.
But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit. Primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
You know, they are so darn smart. The Empire
was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery.
So someone's keeping it going. If it's, I mean, it's changed leadership so often. There's like an underlying person who's keeping it alive. Otherwise, it would have lost members, gained members, lost members, gained members.
Yeah.
What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea.
Oh.
Wait, is this?
We
Are
get
you
to-
already doing this right now? Oh, okay.
We get to test the prototype on Eorzea.
We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress. So we resolved.
No. Oh,
instead
okay.
to
Okay.
bring you warning.
Okay.
And right glad
I might
that
have
we
to log
what
on
you
for
did,
this.
Though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
No
As it is,
rest.
we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope.
Oh, Raban.
Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns
your
of
face.
your own.
Shut it.
Comrades remain in peril,
Shut
and I
the
would not
face.
ask you to forsake them.
No, but you need my strength, so.
The fact remains that you and you alone have faced the Ultima weapon.
and emerged victorious. We need you.
Very good point, Haban. I am
And
victorious.
So, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
He wants to know right away when I've decided. So I'm gonna have a friend hang around.
The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days. But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further.
Was it really, though?
I mean, yeah, he pushed it. He's part of the reason the moon dropped.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then subsequently sucked the
Oh, is he talking like all the
Ultimate
way
weapon.
back then?
Yeah. Because he
Then
was
then.
being manipulated by them.
Yeah.
Well, technically the entire empire has been.
Yeah.
I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I love that his bang moves that little bit when he turns his head.
Yeah, they do really well with the hair. Goodness. I wish they did better with beards. I like more facial hair
Well,
options.
We can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon. Our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first.
Currently, you have to give up your eyebrows to have a beard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Highlanders are the only ones with decent ones.
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
the
I only hope you are not forced to
Rothgar
make
have a
choice.
couple decent choices.
Yeah. Good point, Cryo. Could be stuck between a rock and a hard place. But at the same time, even though time is of the essence, we have our friends on the first who are taking their time.
Yeah. So, as most people know, and it's become a bit of a joke whenever I bring it up, but so I started, like, I had played a couple other Final Fantasies before. My friend had brought over 10 back on the PS2, and I thought that was amazing and beautiful and awesome, and I tried to beat it. And I think I eventually did. I was using a Game Shark, just having fun though, which almost screwed me, but that's a story for another time. But I played 11 a lot, just because I thought the concept of being online with people was super cool, and just the trailer, the opening cinematic that they had for it, like, really brought me in. So, 13-year-old, dumb, ignorant me got on, did super poorly, but okay, so you don't actually have to fight that thing. That's a side. Okay, never mind. I don't have to log on. So eventually I just kind of got tired of the loop. Like, if I got better at the game, I'd just be like, at the time, it's basically the same gear loop. Like, you fight this boss to get better gear, but then what's the point? Because you're just gonna go fight the next boss for better gear, then to fight the next boss that comes out for better gear. Like, it was too vertical for me rather than the horizontal, and I didn't really have a group to play with, so that enjoyment wasn't there.
Oh, it's raining.
Whereas in this one, yeah, it's still vertical, but I'm gearing up to play the next thing with my friends, and the gear looks super sick, typically. So, yeah. But I kind of fell out of 11, and then I had wanted to do 1.0, because I was like, oh, I've been waiting for 11 with updated graphics forever. Like, that's just what I wanted. But yeah, I ended up not trying it because I saw the really bad reviews. So I held off, and then I heard about the 2.0 beta. And I got into the last leg of that. And I picked up Pugilist. And I was really debating between like Pugilist and Dragoon. Because Dragoon looked... I still love the armor. The aesthetic of Dragoon and the flow, the job fantasy for it is done so well. Where Monk is like really hurt, and I'm hoping we get good news on Friday. And if not Friday, then once things launch on the 8th for the next patch. But yeah, so on my little bitty college TV, on my PS3,
Now that we are all here, what news from the source?
I
His
had
voice acted.
I did the beta, and I the TV was so bad I couldn't read the map.
Aww.
Like I had to stop and ask somebody, hey, where's like the airship landing in Ul'dah? They're like, it's right there on the map. I'm like, I can't read it. It's not like I couldn't make it out. There was just like these smudgies. I could still play shooters pretty fine. That was when I was like really into Black Ops, the first one. But yeah, it was just a really bad screen. So when we finally upgraded, it was really nice. When did you start with me though?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
So I don't. It was a while.
We must count ourselves lucky.
Because you weren't around when we were like having a hard time with people.
No, I wasn't. I remember you playing it when we were living at your mom's.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe when we moved out from there, did I start playing it then? No, because Ari was younger.
Yeah.
So then were we at your parents' for Christmas? Because I'm remembering you staying up playing it. And I was trying to go to sleep.
Oh.
So maybe when it had to be maybe just a little bit before Ari was born.
Yeah, it was
That
before
year?
Ari was born, because I remember making the announcement to people that you were pregnant and that we were gonna have the baby. And
Wow, that was a whirlwind of a year then.
yeah. Kira, would you knock it off?
Yeah. I mean, it might have just have been earlier that year then. That's all I can think of.
While this is indeed a worrying
I have a milk
development,
rag.
I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern.
But I remember, since he had been playing for a while, I was kind of just like, let me experience it, let me just make it through stuff. And I was very adamant of doing my own version of exploration and things like that.
Yeah. We played Guild Wars 2 together for a little bit as well.
It is impossible to predict how matters will
I still haven't
unfold
beaten
in
the
Garlemald.
main scenario,
Ultima
like the
weapon
first
may be but the
vanilla
first
one.
of many pleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Yeah, we know you need to go there, but we don't know how yet.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks in large part to Urianger and Beklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
What is it? The Orasite.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white morosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one.
So it's just a pure form of Orasite? White Orasite?
An ark for
It's got
soul and
that
mind
specific
space
function.
that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. a spirit vessel, if you will.
However,
We don't like that. We're talking about people's souls here.
Yep.
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allegan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within Aurosite
Kira,
or any other
stop.
caste.
You're noisy.
Interesting.
Just so.
He's jealous that another cat's on the screen.
As a conduit of sorts.
You're fine.
Its absence, memory cannot pass.
I know I'm not sitting in my usual spot to give you snuggles and pets.
Unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel.
Is it something that would have to be replenished every time they want to travel? His blood? You can't
I
tell me
suppose they might. I don't know.
how it works.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a one-time thing, but all they want to do is a one-time trip. They don't want to come back and forth.
Oh, okay.
As well you should be. The Allegan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
I love how adorable the new Mo are. Oh, they're so cute.
We don't have that. We don't have all this time that they speak of.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found.
Why do I feel like not... What is the word? Not impressed.
Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
Oh, and then he stares at you.
Mm-hmm.
I will make you believe that this will happen.
My apologies.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness. But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Poor
I
Grandpa
think she
Kitty.
didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
She wanted to talk to me. But yeah, I started, I don't know, it was that year that I was pregnant.
Yeah,
So
because we were raiding at that point. Like we were
Yeah.
running stuff. Because you were with us weren't you with us in Bismarck? Did you join us at
Yes.
that point?
Yes.
Right? I don't
My
know.
memory's terrible.
Yeah.
I remember doing Bismarck. I just don't remember if I was. No, I was with you for that.
I'd have to.
Clear. I don't know. You guys have seen the videos.
Yeah. Still Actually, no, that it got passed a while ago. That one was like one of the more popular ones for a while. Let me see videos. But yeah, what stuck out to you in the game?
I actually, when I first started, I really loved the world development. I liked how the environment was, and also the the real feeling of entering another world. It had that more of an immersion, I guess, than I did with Guild Wars. And I was really into my character with Guild Wars. So it was really cool to just go into Final Fantasy and kind of just feel that the start of a whole new world thing. But yeah, I really loved the art and that they used to create.
Yeah, you were in there.
World. I am okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember it, but I don't remember I was in the clear.
Ugh, my.
You're editing then?
No, actually, I'm pretty happy with some of my editing. Every time I go over my when I do the best ofs, I get annoyed at myself though.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm like, why did I cut it that way? That doesn't make sense. No, I was looking at the I did the Heaven's Dub entry. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was Bismarck as well.
But what would be the other thing? The other thing was, my first job that I chose was the one I have always been, Arcanist, and then I did dabble more in, Summoner initially, because I liked having both the DPS and the healer. But as we got into content and into raiding later on, I was like, I like the healer role in raid. What? Oh, I'm requested to teach others. Oh. Me? No, I know why me, because I'm amazing. Why would I say why not Alfie now? Let's be about it. Well, another thing is I really liked. I mean, I still really like my fairy.
Yeah.
I've always been an Aos, but I also have always liked the pet concept. That's always been something I've enjoyed.
So if they bring in Beastmaster, what would you?
Oh, that would be so hard. Because I really have come to love healing. Because initially, I really was mainly a DPS. That was my playstyle. But as we got into, like I said, as we got into the end content, I really fell in love with healing more. So, and I know they won't do Beastmaster as a healer.
No.
That sounds silly.
Yeah.
But, oh, that would be so hard. I don't know.
That's taking it as if they don't do it as a limited job, which they very well might, despite my best efforts to kind of get the community talking otherwise. But we'll see.
But also the story. Final Fantasy story is something I have never experienced before, and it's amazing.
It really is.
Oh, also, we were in the days where you had to level up multiple jobs in order to get cross-class abilities. So I actually did level a lot in the beginning, all those different jobs. And I actually really liked Lancer. I didn't really get into Dragoon, but I liked Lancer.
Kira, would you chill your fuzzy butt? Oh my goodness. She's been fed. She's...
You haven't pet her.
She keeps walking away from me.
You have to go and snuggle her.
I'm not gonna.
One morning she was yelling at me like this, and I went up and I just picked her up and just snuggled her and just rubbed her face, and she was so happy. And then once she started to like twitch to like I'm done, I let her go, and then I ignored her, and she was kind of like, what just happened? Like, do I want that again? I don't know.
Do I have to go get you, Kira? I do love that she talks to me. I'm gonna go grab her.
I honestly don't like her meow.
She is annoying. She's like super annoying.
Because the cat we had previously was my cat, Precious. She had a really pretty meow. Because she would like purr and meow, and it was just so sweet. But Kira's is like, I'm annoyed with you. And I can feel it.
Don't do that. She about tried to jump off my shoulder. It wasn't enough for her. She just loves me too much.
She does.
To me.
Oh.
To me.
I don't know why, but it just reminded me of like an anime character where like they're going to help somebody else, so then everybody thinks that they're some degenerate who's like always late or some silly person who's always, but then
Obito.
Yeah.
Obito Kakashi. Oh.
The heavy heart. Agreed. I don't know, I feel like I'm being paraded around a little bit.
I mean, when are we not? They did it during the like Ishgard games and the battle games, or war games rather, sorry. And yeah, they just always show off that sweet ass warrior light.
This is how you should be, soldier.
Inspire.
But then I can't reach where I am. I have the echo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am combined of many souls.
That too. The seat of Azem. Oh man, I can't wait for the next story.
These things were these mobs were actually really well designed. I remember when they were coming out with it, that was it the Yoshi said that he didn't want everything to have wings just because it was white.
Yeah.
Oh, it's voice acting.
Oh.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
I'm guessing this might be Estinian. I don't know who it would be.
Himself. Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did.
An
Never seen
axe.
anything like it. So I
Seems
said,
you forgot the last person who popped up during a cutscene.
Oh. I don't know if I'm thinking the right person anymore.
And he says no. I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
Oh. Weird. I'm even more confused about his presence.
A warrior of light?
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be her, the warrior of darkness.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Yes, it is. I'm just playing off this vainness.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
Is she like bummed now because like she can get to fight together?
May we meet again.
I know he is.
Boiled.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the flood.
It's so weird too to like. I know we are the warrior of darkness here, but to be somewhere else called the warrior of light, and so then it's like I know we're trying to keep balance, but are we? Becomes the question.
Yeah.
The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Oh? Only been out and about for a little bit.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
See, I told you, Alfie, no. She wanted to just talk to me.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch. Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating.
That would be a good reason to suspect that. What?
Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man, a younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there.
That's a really good line. Like, and the storytelling of it. Like, that is, like, very, like, you could see that. Oh, these writers are so good.
Yeah, they did a very good job.
Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
I don't know. Yeah, I like that. If you go the other way, she's gonna... Yeah. Being all metaphorical and stuff.
Yeah.
As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
You do that, Lena. But at the same time, he does need to find a way for us to get home. So.
Yeah.
Maybe just like a nap. A snack. And then back to work.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, the story has also been like the main pulling point, aside from the raids. Because like the social aspect is what I really enjoy.
Yeah.
About the game. Being able to like meet with people, even if some encounters don't end up very positive in the end. Just being able to make friends and just you know, have that experience collectively, like just people you wouldn't have met normally, and that you know, it feels just as real as sitting down on the couch and like playing co-op like we used to. It was just
I never did that.
I always did it with my brothers and my friends. I remember SWAT nights in Halo 2, I think, where we'd have the split screen up and we'd have the SWAT custom game mode and just stay up like all night playing.
That sounds like fun.
It was a lot of fun.
No, my experience with gaming was my uncle, he had his gaming system and I was basically the annoying niece who would want to play on his stuff. And then later on my dad, you know, did get a console, but the only games he ever bought were shooting games. So I played a lot of Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six.
Yeah. The other thing though is the kind of like what you said, the exploration.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
really
favorite part
like
about
that.
an expansion, or second favorite. Like I like knowing where the story is going and kind of what's unfolding for us, but it's one of those things that you only get to really experience once. And
Yeah,
then
that's true.
that's the bittersweet part about it. And it's one of those things where I wish it could stay fresh longer in some ways. So that's what I really liked about what they did with what was it? Gosh, the Genshin Impact. Just because like you could explore an area, but then you can still go back through it and find a little something new or something else to do. Like it's still, you're no longer discovering, but you're still finding really cool stuff. I haven't played that game in a while, but it's fun.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like, we didn't really have a hard time with the game. In the beginning, a lot of our issues were finding the right people to play with.
Yeah.
Because we enjoyed the game, and you know, even though there were some things like you were saying, like with just the job abilities not being well rounded or balanced, that was never like I mean, if anything, it was like a little bit of an annoyance.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything that was like
It wasn't a deal breaker.
Yeah, exactly. It was more of like, oh, let's find people we can play with.
Yeah.
Because we did enjoy the game, but that makes it complete in the social aspect of it. So if anything, that was the hard part in the beginning, is just finding comrades.
Yeah. I think the dynamic has changed a little bit too, being a content creator, because then I also get to meet other content creators, some that may have a much larger following or are just starting, but like I get to see and interact and meet all these really like interesting and charismatic people, and I don't know, just being able to be a part of that community as well has been like super awesome. It's nice knowing there are people who are just as weird as me.
Oh. It's nice to know that they think of them in a good way.
Yeah.
So, we need to tell people about it?
It's the idea.
To change their view of
Just to honor their memory, I
honor
think.
them.
More than anything.
I don't know how well that's gonna go.
I will warn you that there's about to be a very long cutscene coming up, so after this we'll call it.
These are neither of what I want to say right now. I feel like something bad is gonna happen. Hesitantly, I say, spread the word.
You're also gonna have to get some sleep now. It's almost midnight.
Yeah. The only other one thing I wanted to address was, because the game was so fun to play and we did have each other to play with,
Yeah.
we got to 50 really fast.
Yeah.
And also, like, me choosing to be a healer, and I basically, like, carried you when you were going through all the different DPS classes at one point.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime I wanted to level something new, she was there standing outside of the Fate, healing me.
Yep.
Or taking aggro from the boss, but not actually being a part of it so that I could get it done. She was a big help. Big supporter.
Yeah, if anything, for me, I went more into crafting and gathering, as like leveling multiple things to 50.
Yeah.
That's where I went because I really only cared about healer, getting at to 50.
Yeah, you were way more into that than I was at one point, and then I passed you.
You always do that. It's because I just like stay in one spot and kind of, I don't know. The way I plow through things is more of like a steady over time and then an accumulation of items, and yours is a bit more strategic way of getting through things. Like,
Yeah.
you kind of skip some of the stuff that I think is important.
Yeah, I'm more obsessive with some of it. Like, I really like to get through things, and I just go straight towards the goal.
Yeah,
typically.
that's what it is. You go straight towards the goal. I'm not. I like to meander.
Yeah.
And that's why I will catch up and then get behind and catch up and get behind.
Yeah, so. But we had a lot of fun with that stuff. I remember back when, like, crafting was a little bit more exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it... No, you could still omnicraft, I suppose, but...
No.
Were you
You
not
had to, you could only be good at 2 things.
That was in Heavensward when you specialized.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they still kind of have that.
Well,
but
no,
they-
even before. We had, well, I remember setting up the FC where we had certain people were doing certain crafts.
Yeah, no, we did.
Because it was the best way to optimize it, I think.
Yeah, with having people focus, and so
Mhm.
that's why I lean a lot more towards carpenter and leatherworker, because those were the 2 that I picked.
Yeah.
And then you had weaver and
Alchemist.
Yeah. So I always feel off anytime I play weaver or alchemist because of that. I'm just like, this isn't mine.
Yeah.
But anyway, if we miss anything, let us know in the comments, or if you want a new topic, we'll try and do this a little earlier next time. The kids have been having a rough night, or a rough few nights, so it's hard to get them down and then get out. But we're still having time to hang out. We've been going through Akudama Drive as a show and Jujutsu Kaisen. Really good. I'm enjoying them.
Me too.
And then we realized that we'd been falling behind on the season 2 of Fruits Basket.
Oh, I know.
So we're starting to binge on that. Yeah, so let me know what you guys wanna, or let us know rather. Really enjoy, like I said, reading the comments. And let's see, if you guys are interested, I will be doing a live stream. We're going to be trying to stay up for the live letter. So I might do that on YouTube. I might schedule that as a YouTube stream.
Okay.
So, just to get more people in, and because I think I misunderstood the exclusivity clause in Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'll be trying to do a little bit more YouTube stuff to hang out with everybody. Maybe some discussion stuff. But
That'll be fun.
yeah. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. God bless you all, and we will see you next time on the stream.
Bye.
Stream video. Yay! I'm good at this.